Hello. I'm just checking that I'm actually live. Um, if I'm right on the right, live on the right channel. Because they had a new gameplay trailer come out. I am live. Cool. If I'm right on. Yep, cool. Cool. Hello, so they've now dropped the Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature expansion pack official gameplay trailer. I have seen a little of this, but not much. I am actually going to turn this down a little bit. I haven't really seen anyone react to this yet. Whether or not it's just not came up for me or not, I don't know. Obviously, this is live reaction. I'm just going to kind of play the trailer, kind of react together, I guess, as it goes. I can't actually see my chat, which is a thing. I don't even know if that's probably set up, because I know my chat likes to mess around. Yeah, I'm not really organized today, am I? I never am organized, to be fair. Because I was not expecting this today. I totally forgot all about it. There we go. I got the chat next to me now, so maybe I'll be able to see if you guys say things. So it's like, hello chat. There you go. Okay. So I guess we've got subtitles on as well for those who would like to have the subtitles. I have turned it down a bit. Let's just watch the trailer and then I guess let's go mute it, go back through it a little bit and just go from there.
100,000 welcomes to Innisgreen, where the joys are plentiful and the wonders awe-inspiring.
I mean, the world looks awesome.
Here it feels like we're truly enchanted by nature.
I wonder what the story is about the ship.
Enjoy the bounties of nature, many paths to follow. From a peaceful life outdoors to exploring enchantment and magic.
I feel like
begin at the root, plants and gardening.
Building by is kind of
caring for these beauties gives you a
for
pure
certain
dose
people.
of joy.
Sula.
Just water them when dry and look good as new.
Oh dear.
Those poor things.
Oh, so they can die now.
Here's a tip. A little fairy dust goes a long way.
That fairy, is that her
themselves.
housemate?
Oh, they do
Because
tend
we
to
can play in the
attract
sinks then?
pixies, though. Hey, at least they're cute.
That's
For
cool.
those with slightly more gardening expertise, bring more of the outdoors in with potted plants. Place them wherever they fit. Fill the entire room.
Oh,
if
sorry.
you want. If you're a fellow fan of foliage, your passion can take you a long way. So go on, name them, talk to them, whatever. I don't judge. You may have noticed a little flicker.
We've got
earlier.
another board,
Well,
I see.
the wait is over. Fairies are here.
Okay.
Let's start with the basics, shall we? A mere
Okay.
mortal
So you
aspiring to
plant
be a fairy.
Plant something and Mother Nature
No need
appears.
to be alarmed. You called me. Now all you have to do is follow the path laid out for you and
Okay. Oh, so they've kind of gone with the same kind of lake from when you turn into a ghost. And like rebirth.
Look at this entrance.
So we can fly
Suffer,
around.
right?
Maybe it's a bit like
I
when they're on a
love
broom.
witnessing the transformation of a new fairy.
Now this bit I'm excited for. It looks like there is quite a few different
There are
varieties
many
of
ways for you
wings.
to customize your fairy form.
We can paint on them even better. I also want to slowly go through this in a minute because I saw
Go
some
on,
things
my
that I
little
want to point
style
out.
icon. Things are going to be very different for you now. Fairies are truly
They have a very limited amount of motives as well,
But if you don't take care of your needs,
which is interesting.
it's always a pity to see one go like that. Luckily, you can simply consume bottled emotions.
So I guess we
or
can make them
absorb
ourselves
emotions from
or
others to
absorb
fulfill
from
your
Sims.
needs.
They're obviously roommates. This is cute.
You
Oh my
do
god.
know
And the
I'm still
voices
here, right?
when they go small. Unicorns. Oh.
As I was saying, absorbing emotions comes naturally to every fairy,
The
as
freezer
does
bunny.
shrinking. But many
Oh, new
acquire
toys.
other abilities as well.
That's
Fairy
weird.
dust is simply the sugar on top. The more you use your abilities, the more powerful.
That
you
is
become.
crazy. There is
Fulfill
quite a
good
few
and wicked
abilities.
desires, like
So
aging someone up.
These kind of ones are just like, eh.
Bringing
That one's
gnomes
cool,
to
though.
life. Or messing with relationships. Oh.
Interesting.
We love a little drama.
Rather than use the
Because
pancake.
fairy life isn't for everybody. Like this nature nomad.
I think that's pretty much the aspiration I'll be going for first.
Living off the land may be an adjustment.
I'm excited for that.
First, and
But eating frogs and fish? I mean fish maybe, but poor frogs. It's so weird. I guess though if you have two frogs. I love how they've done that outside area right there. I thought at first that maybe it was new stove and that, but no. But it is new counters and stuff.
Seriously, why confine yourself to 4 walls when nature has been all-inclusive
Rags
since
to
the dawn of
riches.
time?
I'm excited.
But balance is a tightrope, not
So this is
a throne.
interesting.
If you find yourself wallowing in a bad
You can
mood for
turn
too
this luck
long, you begin to
off,
teeter
by the
into
way.
imbalance,
I remember reading
experiencing minor
if you don't want it on, you can
Ignoring
turn it
leads
off,
to
which is
serious
good.
consequences and may mean picking
You
up
can
an
meditate
ailment.
maybe to get better. Oh dear. Interesting.
Okay, time to bring in some outside help. With the apothecary skill, you can
The
craft
flowers in
everyday
his beard.
plants into elixirs and cures galore.
Things like that,
Like
they need to make sure that we
cures,
can colour them
emotion
ourselves.
potions that change any
Because it's kind of
mood,
annoying
or
sometimes.
elixirs
A freezer bunny
that
foot? I guess
fulfill
that's like a
all
lucky
your
rabbit's
needs
foot.
for a time.
Must be so cool trying to collect all
Is
this
that
stuff.
lucky liquid? I know a fisherman who could
Ooh.
use that. If you're inspired to help
Herbal
others with
house
your new
cool.
skill,
Okay.
there's always a need for
So it's
more
like a
attuned
freelancer
paths.
career.
After a quick exam, it's time to determine the
But it's
best course
active,
of
which is
treatment.
nice.
Hopefully, the correct
Interesting.
one.
Oh, she's got a new tattoo by the look of it.
Oh,
Possibly.
Riva!
At least she didn't make you any worse.
Sometimes that means designing a wellness program for a client or offering a plant-based remedy. Of course, not all plants are entirely ordinary.
It's cool though, because it looks like
The
with
moody shrub allows
this
you to
one,
extract
we'll be able
emotions
to
from
bottle the
it. An
emotion.
aura blossom can affect your
So then
love
your
for imbalance
Sims
as
who are
long as you
fairies
don't
can have them in
anger
the
it.
garden.
Oh, and the lightning
That one's
root.
cool.
Oh,
So I feel like that's definitely going to
and
cause some
sugar.
issues.
Fine.
Looks like there's new stuff to
With
plant
your
as well
natural living
behind.
apothecary skills, you'll be able to help so many folks.
A
in
wee
need.
drink.
And the words of
I
the
just saw that
newest
one
writers of
randomly.
Hamlet affairs. The blend of natural and magical elements throughout in a screen strikes a perfect balance.
Ooh.
If I do say so myself. It
Wait,
can be a lot to take in,
how
but
many was
luckily
that?
The locals are happy to fill you in.
Was that
Lending a
more
hand is
than
a fast
3?
way to make friends and hear all kinds of stories about
Interesting.
this place. Plus, earn a few
Some more
rewards.
stalls.
Speaking of locals, I see you've met my ex, Spruce. And will you look at that? Our
Oh
cosmic
my.
hourglass is emptied. Well, that's the grand tour. I'd say you're ready to explore this
I wonder if
enchanted
little
world
babies
of
in that have
ours.
wings.
Time
Probably
for me
not.
to dissolve into the mist somewhere. Ah, you're gonna do great. Just don't forget to water the plants. Bye.
Okay, and then again, if you order this before the August, you'll get these extra things. And this is an extra fairy home. This looks like just like a pond you plop down. It's not that big though. And these look nice. I wouldn't say these 2 items are really must-haves. And this is nice to have an extra fairy home, but you get a fairy home anyway. So let's go to the beginning. So this looks absolutely stunning. It reminds me a lot of Sylvan Glade with the rainbows and the pink coloration of the water. I'm wondering if this is possibly going to be a hidden lot. Because I'm pretty sure I saw that there was more than 3 worlds, like 3 neighborhoods, sorry. So obviously need to check that out when we get to that part in the video. But if there is more than 3 neighborhoods in this pack, I feel like this area is probably going to be a hidden lot, which I'm okay with because I feel like it'll be nice to have it as a hidden lot. So this is obviously Mother Nature, who you need to meet in order. Let me just turn the captions off. So you need to meet her in order to become a fairy, I believe. Obviously, you can do it straight from Creator Sim, but we're probably better doing it through gameplay. But she's really cool. I do like her. This whole area here is gorgeous, and it looks like... So the thing is, it looks stunning. And I'm excited for this kind of gameplay again. I love living off the land, doing rags to riches and building from the ground up. And maybe even this time just building the necessities and living completely off the land would actually be super fun to do. Um, Obviously some people have been a bit concerned about the weathers, the weather, like whether or not it's going to be too hot, too cold, and your Sims are going to freeze to death or burn to death. I feel like they're probably nuked the weather in this, so it's probably going to stay a certain temperature and not all of the time. Maybe have some rain and storms here and there, but I would highly doubt they'd add snow and stuff like that in a world where you're going to be living outside pretty 99% of the time. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm hoping they've made sure to include things here and there. Maybe even like a couple of like nature walks. Like I hope they've done like maybe a nature walk or something, like what they did with Lovestruck and Mount Conorebi. Maybe have like a nature walk where you click on something and you go and have a nice little walk through the endless woodlands. I don't know. It just would be nice for them to maybe have thought of that as well, just so that some of the areas don't seem so vastly open and empty. We do have another notice board I have noticed, funny enough, where obviously we click on and find information. Maybe that's where you'll be able to find out about the new career. Maybe there's favors and stuff that you can do for people in town, maybe. They didn't really show anything about that. Obviously, we got all some of the new items, and then we have the close up of the boat here from a different angle. I'm wondering what the story is behind that boat, if we're going to find out anything about it. So obviously she's living in this home right here, and it is very, very green inside. And I feel like most of this build stuff is not going to appeal to everybody. I have to admit, there is some that I'm a bit like about. Like this wallpaper is really cool, but I feel like on every single wall in your house that's going to be way too much. Like a feature wall would be really nice. Like these shelves are really nice. I'm loving all these like little sort of toys or whatever they are, because there's a couple on the other side as well, like the new paintings and everything. This is interesting. Like it looks like full window glass, maybe, because it looks like it's not reflecting, so it looks like they're full window glass. So I don't know if they're new, but it's cool. And I do love the idea that you've actually got to take care of your plants, and you can obviously spray them. You can use a watering can. You can add fertilizers. I don't know who this guy is. They didn't really say anything about him. Maybe he's like the flower guy. Got a new tattoo on his arm as well. And I don't know. I think this is probably just like a bracelet or something. So obviously you have to take care of them. You can talk to them and everything. And if you don't, unfortunately, they do not survive, which is kind of cool. And I do remember hearing that if you add like a little bit of fairy dust, they will actually keep themselves alive and water themselves. So if you have plants for after a while where you just don't want to actually deal with them anymore, you can sprinkle your fairy dust and they will actually just thrive on their own and have a slight glow to them. And then of course pixies will appear though if you use fairy dust. And it looks like you could possibly have good pixies and then like the bad pixies maybe, or if you get near them and try to interfere, maybe that's when they kind of get a bit angry. So this wallpaper is really cool. I'm hoping it comes in some natural tones because it looks like it's just come off a tree with like nicks in it. I really do like this, and I'm just hoping that, I mean, this purple obviously matches really well with this and it does look really nice, but I'm just hopeful that there is some natural sort of tones as well. These windows are really cool. The doors are really interesting. It'll be really interesting to kind of see a bit more of the swatches. I know that there is a table in this room, which I'm not going to point out, but that has had a bit of controversy around it. This, though, is really, really pretty. I really love when they do flowers like this, and that one is literally looking especially really, really nice. This mirror is so pretty. Like, you can see a lot of these items being outside, which is awesome. So, oh, sorry, my phone's going off. We'll just ignore that. Let me just push the door too. It always goes off as soon as I hit the record button, I swear. But yeah, the flooring and everything. I'm not really sure about what they've done with this situation. It doesn't really go well. Obviously, they're just trying to show off everything in the pack. But yeah, I'm really liking, because obviously this looks like it's out inside, but it could be more. Yeah, looks like it's out inside, but oh, she uses cutters. So Oh, that looks really cool. This little guy is so cute. We got kids doing gardening and he's weeding. Could they weed before? I think they could. I don't know actually. Could they weed before? I feel like they really need to sort out everything. I don't recognize this plant, so some of them could be just that I haven't seen them for a while. This little chair is really, really sweet. This potted plant. That's obviously, I think, a base game rose. Um, got those on the wall again, and then these huge windows again. They look like they're like one tile wide, but they're like really, really tall. So kind of cool to see them maybe a bit more. So you can then name your house plants, which I think is kind of such a sweet idea. So you can obviously make them more of a personal thing. And I wonder if they'll actually come up in your relationships panel, which would be kind of hilarious. We've got like a makeup set in the background there. This little guy is so cute. So I love this little guy. This candle as well. Oh my god, the pattern on that. And the fact that I don't think the candle will go down, it will stay like that forever, is kind of would have been nice so that you'd have to replace it, but also I just love the design. So you can obviously talk to the plants once you've named them and everything. And then again, here is the board right here. So I'm not really sure what they're going to have on the board because they've not really said anything about it, but maybe we'll find out later. And then we have fairies. So fairies do appear to roam around all neighborhoods like it's nothing. So I guess the whole area is very magical in itself because obviously he is in, I'd say, the middle neighborhood where of course it's more in the wooded area and not staying in like the secret fairy area. So it'd be interesting to kind of see if they roam around everywhere. I'm just hoping they kind of keep them to this world just so that they don't randomly start going to every single different world because some of them just don't make sense. So plant fairy seedling. So I guess you have to find the fairy seedling, plant it, meet Mother Nature, probably get your relationship up with her, ask her if you could become a fairy. She'll then give you some kind of potion. You'll go into the waters and turn into a magical fairy, and then you'll be able to, change up. Because this area looks really small, so I feel like this might be a secret location that you maybe have to discover. Because I don't think, unless like it is a part of the same place, like this whole area as well. I just don't think this is a neighborhood. I feel like this is probably a secret location. So obviously, as soon as you go in, she changes, does like a little flip, and then her wings appear and everything, and all sparkly. And then I guess you just get like randomized a fairy outfit. Now, here we go. So you have your normal sim, and then they have their fairy form. So normal sim form and fairy form. I don't really know how I feel about that because I guess if they're wearing some kind of outfit and they have smaller wings, they could hide them. But I don't really understand why you'd have two different forms for a fairy. Unless I guess they use their magic to conceal what they look like, maybe. But I would have thought that they would have just had one form. So once you become a fairy, you are a fairy. Obviously, with werewolves, it's different because they transform into a werewolf. This is just my opinion and me just kind of going off the top of my head. Like, obviously, fairies transform into fairies, but then they're fairies. They're not creatures that turn in and from one form to another. Whereas, like, vampires kind of do. So, interesting. I would have thought they would have just been like this the whole time. And, I mean, I don't think you're going to be able to. But I guess it might be a way for them to lock certain things away for certain, so that you don't have everything available maybe for your human form. Just saying. I mean, so we have some of the different wings, and I have to say, there's like no wings on that one. Interesting. That one's really nice. Some of these are a bit like, oh god, that went so fast. That went so fast. Oh my gosh. Let me actually have a look, please. Right. Oh. So, yeah. I mean, oh, gosh. There we go. So, we got some more here. There's, like, goes all the way up and way down. Like, oh, there's really tiny ones as well, which I quite like those. I like subtle ones. But the fact that we can color them ourselves and add our own sort of spice to them. I don't know, like it's really cool. I do love that. So we have all the different hairs. I quite like this hair, but I feel like I probably will use the hair that was in the original trailer. So we have different sort of, you know what, I'm going to have to slow this video down, I think will be the best bet, because I just want to kind of see this a bit easier. So, nope, didn't want to work, okay. There we go. So we have the different ringtones. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm tired. We have the different skin tones, and then we also have the elf ears as well. We've got some like crowns. We've got some kind of different face paint. We've got horns, more crowns there. This one is so nice. I really like that. And also like lighter versions, and we've got some really cool new eyes as well. Kind of showing the different color variations. Now here we go, we got some more. So you got like the flowers on the beard. We've got some really nice outfits. This one's really nice as well, and they kind of go with different styles, so it's really cool. And I think that's the hairstyle I'm probably going to go for my sim. And then let's just let them change. So this one is so pretty. Oh my god, with the hair and everything, and the flowers in the hair, and like the colors just really go really nicely. And then we've got like more of a really out there kind of fairies. Like he looks more like a genie to me because of the color, but like that is really cool. And the wings, like how they've colored the wings. Oh, I could try and do like phoenix wings. That would be cool. This is what caught my eye. A Saya. Like she's literally got like what? She hasn't got the nose though. Be cute she had the nose, but the ears are huge and like tiny, tiny wings, and then she's got little feet. Like what? Oh, and then like a really evil dark fairy, like kind of looks like a vampire fairy, which is really cool, and like the fluffiness on the boots as well. And then we got another one as well where he looks like a mixture between good and evil, which is really, really cool. Let me just put this back to normal. There we go. So yeah, then you have to obviously use the emotions of Sims or potions or whatever. If not, you basically, he looks like he's doing the starving emotive. And then he's fine. Just kidding. And then she's drinking the potion, she's taking her emotions, and then she gets all flirty. And they obviously have like the really cute tiny voices, which is just so cute. This is a bit like the ghost thing, isn't it? Where you temporarily turn someone into a ghost and then they just kind of, yeah. But obviously they do it in the midair and then they fall on the floor. And this is interesting because this is a doll's house. That's a doll's house. 100% a doll's house, because if you look here, you've got like that little pond thing that they always have at the front of the doll's house. So I guess maybe you can click on this and say to your sim, rest here or something, and they'll go and lay inside the dollhouse. She's not using the bed or anything. So we have the ability to like bloom plant, which actually is really helpful because it looked like we actually were able to get the plant that you need. And then if we go back here and have a quick look at this. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fairy levels, which is really cool. And then it looks like we have like the manipulation, the customization, emotion, and nature. So I guess goodness and badness. I would say this is more good and bad, but I don't know because this is customization. So it's almost like you can change how your fairy is, maybe. I mean, they obviously don't really give anything away apart from this one is definitely blooming plants. And then we have like emotions, so you can play with emotions. So I don't really think there is like bad and good. I think they're kind of mixed up together. So these do look bad. So maybe this is bad and this is good? Question mark. Or this is just good. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see more of this. 12 ability points. Oh my gosh. I mean, it does look like it takes a lot of points. Like some of these are obviously 2 tiers, so you're not going to get all of them, which kind of sucks. So age up another, which again is kind of funny, but also I wouldn't really use that one to be honest, unless I needed to. So to bring gnomes to life. Wait, what was that pie menu? Bring gnome to life for cleaning, for gardening, for protecting, for repairing and upgrades. That's actually really cool. And I guess maybe you have the option for it to fail so that they become evil gnomes and they'll do maybe the opposite of what you ask them to do. So they'll break stuff instead. So sway with emotions and be destructive so that obviously they're having an argument. And then this is what I'm interested in. So the nature nomad to go and live off the land. Now I really love how they've done this. And it looks like we've got another black backsplash here. New counter, new cupboards as well. That's obviously base game. A new sink as well, which looks really pretty actually. New chair, new table, new little decorative items, a new dresser, which is outside, which is actually really cool. Because my thing was refrigeration. Because obviously, being off the grid and everything, you need to put, if you have like a cow and chickens, you need somewhere to put the milk, to put the eggs, so they don't go off every 5 minutes. So I really hope they're adding in a new fridge or a new way to keep your food cool and stored that isn't a fridge. I just hope they do that because that's one item I feel like we really need. And like the forest here is really cool because you can find anything, and obviously you can now eat frogs, you can eat fish, you can nap on the ground as well, which is basically from Werewolves if you've ever played that. And then obviously like she's got all of this land, which is really cool, and I really hope this is a lot because I would love to have this. And that is so cute. I'm wondering if there's new things that we can craft because that's not the first thing we've seen. And we got that candle again, so obviously you can now shower and bathe in the water, which is handy. Obviously she's having a great time in her garden. And now we have the whole system of luck, which I did mention before, that of course you have bad luck and good luck, or neutral. So it goes one way or the other to your balance or imbalance. And he looks like he's here to try and balance himself out, but it's still not happening. So he's going to have bad luck, and then he'll obviously get an element. And the other guy has really good luck, so they'll be able to like find better fish and everything like that. And I feel like also if you don't want to play with that, you don't have to do that. That's a good thing. But also it's kind of fun to see what kind of things happen. So obviously like here, you got balanced mind, cow plant horn. Okay. Oh my god, you got to get a cowberry plant. A freezer bunny foot. That must be a lucky charm. That has to be a lucky charm. Has to be a lucky charm. Fearless. Okay. Supernatural shield. Ooh, okay. I'm not going to go through all of them because it'll be fun to kind of explore as they go, but interesting. Supernatural shield. I wonder maybe if that means that you're not going to get any of the ailments. So knock on wood, my luck is good. Oh, missed that again. So obviously like liquid luck. If you know, you know. So herbal house call. Welcome to Willow's first day at the naturopath healer. Sorry, I can't read. So he's basically got some clients today and have an opportunity for his skills to use. He must be as thorough as possible to diagnose them with the correct ailment or issue to avoid sending a patient home uncured. Remember, ailments aren't always the cause for patient's visit. Sometimes you'll need to dig a little deeper to find the problem. Interesting. So this house is so cool, and I'm hoping it's in the game because it is so cool. I won't be using it myself, but so it looks like maybe it's a lot you go to, or maybe it's his house and they've obviously traveled there. So he's obviously trying to figure out what's wrong with her. And, oh, what did that say? I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything in this trailer. So express sympathy or, oh, so he's like, I don't really know what's going on right now. So just do this and do that. And she's like, wait, that didn't work. What the heck? And he's just like, sorry, have fun. And his house is really cool, by the way, if this is his house. That flower again in the background. And then, yeah, actually, let me just see. Because what are these? Not seen these before. Or have I just not played with these enough? Like this one as well? Are they flowers, maybe? Because I don't remember seeing them before. Unless they're decorative ones? I don't know. So obviously we have the fairy emotion one, we have the bolt one, which this one you need for the freezer bunny lucky charm. So we're definitely gonna have to get that, of course. And then we've got this one as well, which if you treat it badly, I think you can actually get in trouble with your luck, which is interesting. So yeah, we got some like flowers in the background. He's still a bit singed. So give elixir. So calming draft, liquid luck, Noxus gas. Oh, okay. Gnome liqueur. So you've got like the emotion sort of elixirs that you can make. Obviously, that does the usual, makes them their bladder fail and stuff like that. But then you have the new stuff where you can actually cure things, which is cool. Wish it was kind of like a Tilling or something, but it just kind of goes poof. So the coast of Aldmore, which is really pretty. Spruceberry Grove, okay, which is a nice little town area. Everdo, okay, maybe I am just imagining things. I thought there was more, but I think it's because I saw this bit here. Okay, there is just 3 neighborhoods, that's fine. So mystical, I guess. So it looks like there is, maybe that's where you can buy your, so if you got like the fairy area, and obviously like a fairy bar, this actually looks so cool. Like, I don't even care. This looks awesome. Like this bar. Oh my god. In like the darkness and everything. Oh, I can't wait to see this. Is that a... Oh, I thought it was a ghost fairy, but it's not. It's not. Can you be a ghost fairy? Is that a thing? That would be cool. Looks like he just turned into a fairy, so. And then, so mystical, is that like a new trait or something we can get? So this looks like you can buy stuff like maybe gnomes and like I guess this is probably like a ban thing for gnomes. So you can buy all of your gnome desires here. You can buy your gnome statues. You can buy posters, postcards. That's kind of funny. And then this guy looks like maybe he's selling like herbs and elixirs and bottles and stuff like that, and maybe cures. And then of course we have Spruce Almighty, which I'm not sure what he does exactly yet, but it's kind of cool that he's here. So, yeah, I have talked so much and I'm so sorry. I'm like a mixture of excited and kind of like I guess. Fairies are not my favorite occult, but I am excited to see where this goes and how this pack is going to be. I know obviously sometimes we get a bit disappointed with how things go. So I'm kind of waiting to see when I get my hands on the pack how it actually is, and then obviously like watch some other people, like maybe James and that play with the pack as well to kind of get a feel with what I want to do and how they play and how they find it. So I feel like it is a good pack. It looks like there is a lot more invested in it than we actually realize, because obviously Fairy is a whole state, but we've got a whole new world with 3 neighborhoods which actually look very, very beautiful. I'm just hoping that the world itself is not open and dead. And I'm probably going ahead of myself about like a nature trail or something. I want to play more with that. We need some more open worlds as well where you can play with like the horses more. But maybe we'll see that in the future. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry I ramble so much, but that was my kind of reaction and slowly break down, go through the trailer with you guys of the new Enchanted by Nature official gaming trailer. Thanks again for watching. Have a lovely rest of your day.